Now it's time to talk about the actual business structure in itself, which is business organization, which is why I did that demarcation. So that way I can know when I'm talking about specifically the structure, the actual organization of the business, you're hitting chapter one and you're going straight over here. And under that same little demarcation that I made, you got the name of the business, the location, and most importantly, the structure, which we'll go through. All right, so let's flip right back to business organization. So the details of organizing your construction business entails, but it's not limited to the name, the location, the structure, the workforce, the registration, the license, regulation, tax, finance, leasing, insurance, record keeping, advertising, and marketing. Then you want to identify where is your business located? Where will you do business? And then most importantly, the business structure. Within that, you want to know the liability, what insurance might you need, the capital that you might need, endurance of the business. And then under business structure, we have different forms. And the most important part that you want to highlight in your textbook is sole proprietorship. A sole proprietorship is the simplest form of business organization. And under that, I underlined responsible for all decisions. Because in different forms of partnerships and different type of business structures, you may not be responsible for any decision. Now, with the sole proprietorship, control of business, you have absolute authority over all business decisions. We're reading right over here. The advantages, which you want to remember, because they'll try to trick you with these questions. They might say sole proprietorship is the most complicated to start or to create, but 1-8 stating it's the most easiest to create. So you want to know the advantages. You don't need to know them by heart, but you just need to know where they're located. At the very top, we talk about the disadvantages. They might ask you a question, something along the lines of, under which business structure is it that when the owner dies, the business is completely terminated? Then you'll know you're flipping to chapter one, business organization, under sole proprietorship. All right. So most importantly, the second form of business is the partnership. And there are two or more persons associating themselves as co-owners for the purpose of carrying out business for profit. Okay? And then down below, the partnership agreement should include and provide for at least, you want to incorporate these. Now, most importantly, at the very bottom of this page, there are two types of partnership recognized in Florida. And you want to know that there's general partnership and limited partnership. So remember that. Let's look at general partnership. Is defined as an association of two or more persons operating for profit. And then at the highlighted section, each partners are fully liable as co-owners of the business. Okay? And then right here, limited partnership is an entity comprised of at least one general partner and which in addition has one or more limited partners. So all they're saying is limited partnership has one general partner and one limited partner. Now, a limited partner, as you can see, I circled it, is a person or entity which invests capital in the partnership and receive the share of the partnership proceeds. Further down, it says a limited partnership is immune from liability beyond the amount invested. And so a limited partner cannot be involved in the management of day-to-day operations of the business. Right now we're under business structure. That's under 1-8, right? We're right here. We started already with sole proprietorship, which is the first form of business structure. Then we talked about partnership. And then we acknowledged the fact that in the state of Florida, there are two forms of partnership. There's general partnership, limited partnership, then joint venture. Joint venture at the very bottom of 1-10 is a special combination of two or more persons or entity jointly seeking a profit nation. And then at the very top right corner on the next page, 1-11, down below, another form of partnership. So corporations are a creation of statutes that can exist only to the extent in the form authorized by law. And keep in mind, highlighted at right here, the corporate form of business is usually the costliest to organize. You want to put a little star, little asterisk, highlight, but for the sake of the test, do not write anything in the book. That's not permissible. Now, the disadvantage is lack of centralized control, closely regulated, right here at the bottom, most expensive form to organize. Okay. And as we go through these different types of structures, I want you to always remember to revert back to the table of contents. Now, the reason why you want to do that is so you can familiarize yourself with where you're looking, and you know to flip right here because corporation. Then S corporation, formerly known as sub S, is not affected by corporate income tax, thereby eliminating the double taxation feature of standard corporations. So it's completely separate. And then within there, you also have some important information at the top of that page. A corporation must meet certain requirements before the S corporation alternative becomes feasible. And then you have all these down here. Point is, you're not looking to basically become an expert. You just want to know where to find this content. So if you are asked a question about subcorp, you know you're going directly to chapter 1, like we talked about. This is the table of contents for chapter 1. We want to get a general sense of what the chapter is about. So you go to chapter 1. They mention S Corp. You have 3 minutes to look for this. Boom. You go right here, S Corp 1-11. You flip to that page. You find it, because this is a lookup test. So don't waste your time to basically develop photographic memory for these chapters. You just want to know where to find it. Okay, and then control of a S Corp, as long as you have 51% of stock ownership or control, that basically means you are able to make policy decisions. That's all you need to know.